What's good, YouTube? It is your boy Chris, and I'm back at it again with another banger video. And y'all already know who I am with. I am with my beautiful granny. So, Granny, this song is called "I Got This." This song, he's about to say a lot, and he's about to send a message. He's about to send a message to his kids. That's all I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
I really want you to really listen to what he said. So at any time that you need to pause it, anything like that, or you need me to play something back, let me know, because he about to say a lot.
Okay.
So yeah, if you are new to this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you already are subscribed, leave a like and comment something down below in the comment section.
You recording? Alright, keep it all let it know. I'm on a different level right now. I know they hear my voice, nigga.
You know you don't trademark.
I don't know what I did to you. I just wanna see you happy. I hope you wanna see me too. Why these people talking down on a nigga like I ain't the one improved? I don't like this industry, they choose me as the biggest fool. I don't pick and choose, I gotta kill him if he break the roof. What we been through, I cannot change, I thank God I grew. Loving the lights in the city, they make me feel bigger, they make me feel better. I've been risking my life for the get it. I remain the hottest in the coldest weather.
You know, he starts talking about like the industry and stuff like that, because he is, I will say, he's the most blackballed artist, and he's still on top. Yeah,
He's
bad.
blackballed because
Honestly, people hate him for no reason. There's just so much in his contract that was so messed up. It was just.
and that's why it's so important to learn the business. You know, it's so important because when you're dealing with contracts, and the thing about it is, rappers rap about their life, and that's what he's doing. But the people at the top, they put so many stipulations in contracts. You've got to know about contracts. And the thing about it is, you got to know the business sides too. So people like Jay-Z and you know, people like that, they've learned the business. You know, Ice Cube, you got to learn the business. And young men, please learn the business.
But I can say, him being blackballed was like the best thing that ever happened to him, though.
Well,
and the reason why I say it is because he's actually one artist. He does not. He don't need a label at all. At all. He can literally, like, he can be on his own and still be on top, because he's been running YouTube for years.
Okay. Well, you can see that in his music, you know, and what he's rapping about, and see, it's real to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And so one thing that a lot of other young men are feeling the same way he's feeling. But when you hear it, and when you know that somebody's going by him being a good rapper and by him being popular, that's helping somebody else through the healing process. You know, because of what he's really saying. And see, this is really deep now. And even with his other songs, he's getting deeper and deeper. You know, but when you go through bad things, you learn from the experience, so you can grow from it.
Yeah. This is a 6-minute song, so we have a long way to go.
Okay.
I remain the hottest in the coldest weather. As long as that we got each other. I don't give a fuck if all this leads. Since a child, kept my emotions on my sleeve. They don't wanna see me live, I gotta breathe. To the day that I get killed, I'm gonna achieve. Forever show my kids a better fuck with these hoes, but you the one I wanna need. Forever be my wife, they forever try to win me, but they forever lose, cause I could never ever leave. I'm forever thanking Jason for being my friend in need. On top of the water like the Statue of Liberty. This ain't the state of favor, ain't the state of equal or the state of peace.
Now, that's line right there.
Yeah.
He hit it on the button right there. Everything he said was the truth right there. I kid you not.
And it's sad to me that to hear young men say, especially at a young age, I don't care about dying. You know, he has so much to give, especially to his boys. You know, so you should be worried about dying. I mean, not worried about it, because all of us, our time is limited. But his young boys need him, and they're very young. So they need him. They need that nurturing from him.
Yeah, he has. I think he has got one daughter or two daughters too.
And see, and that girl too, But in order for those young boys to be a man, and to be a man that's going to be productive, even though he is too, they're going to need his guidance. Because see, he can tell them what to do and what not to do. He can guide them through life.
That's why you gotta listen to. That's why. Yep. I'm telling you, he goes crazy.
Screaming blood, hold my flag up when I leave. No, I stood on business, probably chill, but I ain't never let them play with me. She know, and I know. I ain't never ever let them take my soul. I've been going with the flow like anywhere it go. And I know that I can leave any day. I be going on my way. Screaming everything I stand for. I hope my kids don't carry on. You ain't gotta live this way, I stake some money, now you own. Now I keep that chrome, brother call my phone. I tell them leave it alone, even though I want them gone. But that's how I'm feeling at the moment. And I hate feeling like I'm on. I don't wanna get in the best of me. I don't like to even raise my tone. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna play that too.
Talking about doing things different. He made it something else. I can't remember. He said something else to kind of.
Which talking about the line about his kids.
Yeah, but it was one little quick snippet that he said that just kind of reached to me. I can't remember what it was. Can you go back?
Yeah, I can go back.
Go, and I know that I can leave any day. I be going on my way. Screaming everything I stand for. I hope my kids don't carry on. You ain't gotta live this way, I stake some money, now you own.
Everything I stand for, you don't have to live this way.
Yeah.
You know, so that right there, his kids really, really are going to need him because he doesn't want them to make the same mistakes that he did.
Yeah.
And for him to say that, you know, and he can talk to him. He can talk to him about life. He can talk to him about his experiences, all the things that he's gone through. He can help his boys and his daughter navigate through life because that's what kids need.
I don't like to even raise my tone, but I be singing on these beats like it's all I got. I be getting into it with my jazz, hope she don't call me out. My daddy be getting into it with Tracy, but he going all out. Cause I know for a fact he love her, and he won't never walk out. Heard him caught his girl cheating and took a back motivation to me. I be keeping God inside my head while the devil holding my feet. Like, bitch, you cheat on me, you will never get forgiveness from me.
I keep God on my life and the devil, he made it.
Oh yeah.
That's that
Got the devil.
choice.
Got the devil holding his feet.
Yeah. And the thing about it, that's what happens. If we, because you know, I've talked to you about this before, the demonic is to kill, steal, and destroy.
Yep.
And it's a mind thing. And if you let him destroy you, he will.
Yep.
You can be incarcerated, but you don't have to be incarcerated in your mind.
Yep.
And right now, people are scared of young men, young African men who think. And you think about it, you got to think. You know, sometimes be quiet and sit still and think. Plan out your things. And then that keeps you from getting, if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything.
Ooh, that was a hot one.
You got to take a stand against some things.
Say that one more time so the people in the back can hear you.
If you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. And I see a lot of people falling just for anything. You got to take a stand. And remember, nobody can really destroy your mind unless you let them.
Yeah. Ooh, that was a hot one, Granny. Come on, give me some of that. That was a hot one. I'm not ready to hold you.
That's why my passion is for young men, to teach young men how to think. Don't get caught up in all this mess on TV. Think about your life and plan.
Cause I be knowing that I'm wrong and you know you who.
Oh, hold on. Whoa.
Hey, bitch, you cheat on me, you will never get forgiveness from me. Cause I be knowing that I'm wrong and you know you who I need. Grandmother had it done as a child, but I say I need to be baptized again. For the wash away these sins. I don't wanna live this way, I don't never wanna ever have to murder again. But this the way that life is, this the life that I live. I be thinking forever thinking I'm smart. But knowing that I ain't too clever, forever holding my heart. Cause I'm caught up with the devil, but know that I'm Jesus' brother, and tribulations won't settle.
And you know, he's going back and forth. It's that battle. You know, he's trying to make the change. and he's making a change, and then he's got the demonic or the devil still pulling him.
Yeah.
Still pulling him all.
And look, I will say this, and this is honestly one thing that really does upset me, is that a lot of people really don't talk about this song a lot as they should, cause like look, this is cause like what a lot of people in like when it comes to like tea room, I mean, you know, like newsrooms or whatever like that. Whenever it comes to him, they always bring up like the negative or whatever. Whenever he dropped this song, they never once did post about this
because they
never,
don't want.
Yep.
This is these kind of messages that they don't want to get out.
Yep.
Because if ever our young men start making changes, start living a productive life, can't stop them.
And then
can't stop them.
And also, I'll be telling people this. I first asked them, why do you hate YoungBoy? Like, why? And then you know, they might say something, you know, like, you know, something that's really naive and just to actually hate somebody. And then like I sit there, I tell them, I'm like, listen, if you sit there and you listen to I Got This by YoungBoy, you will literally sit here and think like, wow, why do a lot of people hate this dude?
Well, people go on images.
Yep.
You know, how a person look, how they dress, you know, and what they say, don't judge a book by its cover.
Yep, and that's what.
But this young man is deep, and he's beginning to really look at life differently. You know, because it's easy to get caught up in the streets. And even when you're around and when you're making those changes, sometimes your friends, sometimes they can't go where you go.
Mm-hmm.
Jealousy comes in, and that's why you have to make better choices. And you can't incarcerate that mind.
She knows, and I know. I ain't never ever let them take my soul. I've been going with the flow like anywhere it go. And I know that I can leave any day. I be going on my way. Screaming everything I stand for. I hope my kids don't carry on. You ain't gotta live this way, I stake some money, now you on. Like how you wanna do it, I don't want my brothers to do it. So I go load up in that car, you know I'm ready to do it. So I'm too influenced. Said I show to the kids who in tune to it. I hear that sound of that Glock and I start making music to it. They don't let me know. My daddy had to leave in due time, but I know for a fact one time I'm holding on. To his child, turned that man to a millionaire. But damn, I still can't never repay him for his time. Remember time till cry. I done slept up on this couch. Just wanna see him and my mama smile. My sister get anything she want, I say it's been a while. We done came a long way from Terra High. They didn't see me wear the same clothes. I'm like, look at me now.
Look at me now.
He said.
He said a lot in there. He did.
Cause like,
really
I honestly, I was about to pause it, but like, honestly, it was no right time to pause it. Cause like you really like this is like the type of song you have to listen fully to each and every sentence, and then pause it once he like slows it down.
And then you can't let people trap you to your past.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I tell a lot of young men that don't let anybody trap you to your past. It's not where you've been, it's where you're going.
Yep.
And we have to keep moving forward. You know, sometimes life teaches us, life is about lessons. And unless you grow, unless you learn from your experiences, you become trapped. So you know, nobody ever define you if you can't find and define yourself.
Yeah.
That's my last.
No man wanna grow, he wanna stop just cause it's child. If you don't never reach the hype, no true and BB that I got. I thank God for this growth, I come from that nigga, half what I got. I ain't tripping now as long as I can take care of mine and I.
So now he about to start talking and just really listen to him and listen to like the message he's about to give right here, okay?
Okay.
So prepare yourself for this journey, and I kind of do have a feeling you got something to say after this. I will say it because it's deep.
You ain't gotta live this way. I done stacked too much money, man. You'll disappoint me if you get off into some shit like this. I don't wanna live this way no more. You know, like I got people like who just carry on with this shit because I got us into it. It ain't cool at all. You know, you hearing this from me, personal, myself, you know. But I say, you know, God got us through anything. So you stay prayed up, you know. And anyone I met, just, you know, believe that I'm prayed up. Dad been prayed up. Since the day my mom taught me how to pray. A person like me, they can never break. A person like us, they gon' forever hate. You know? But we got friends and we got goals. They remove that trait of life, you know. And I'm holding up longer than a bridge. That's my favorite saying. But you know it. You daddy little girl, and you daddy son. And you got my daddy, both of them, Montana and Jeffrey. For you to call on, you got my brothers, Ben, Big B, KD, Hearn, Baby Joe. Even if I'm forgetting the rest, you got all of them to call on. So please, just know, like, you don't have to do none of this. It's forever. NBA 4K trade. You can stand on that, but please don't bang. Gang.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
my
is-
goodness.
yeah.
My goodness.
It could bring you to tears.
Yeah.
Almost.
My goodness.
Yeah.
I've seen so much growth in him, and I don't even know the young man, but just listening to his music from what I listened to before you, when you first introduced him to me, you know, my heart goes with him. My heart goes with him.
And I really want you to like kind of like connect every single song. It's like from Proud of Me to him talking about all of that, from him rapping all of that to like you see him now. You know what I mean?
Well, it's he was hurt.
Yeah.
He had to deal with abandonment issues. He had to deal with, but his grandmother played a very important role. Sometimes we're in situations, that was who was meant to raise him, because he's a brilliant young man. And if he had stayed in maybe the environment with his parents, but see, his wisdom comes from probably what he learned from his grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
That's where that wisdom came from, and knowledge. And you can see that he's at a completely different level now. And that's when you know that a person has grown. And like I said, they can't break him. If you are very strong in your beliefs and very strong in character, some people might not agree with everything you do, because he's not a pleaser. He's coming from the heart. And that's what we don't do, as we don't come from the heart. We go through life existing. I want people to know I got money. We showboat. I want people to know I got all of this, and still live an empty life.
Yeah.
And then too, you can have all this money, but if you don't know what to do with it, and you know a lot of people, years later down the road, they're broke. And life is, you go through stages in your life, and it's lessons that you learn. Some people never learn it, but it's about lessons. And to hear how he's changing his music and how he's burned his soul, because what he's done first, he dealt with the hurt in his heart. So he dealt with that. And then this is coming out, and it's coming out in his music, which is a great way to release. And not only he's not being selfish, because he's putting it out there for other young men who are going through what he's going through, to show them that, hey, you're not the only one. And he's telling them how you deal with it.
And that's one of the reasons why YoungBoy is like, I will say he's my favorite artist. And like, it's like I told you before, like off camera, like he really does speak to me. Like I really do connect to him, because like stuff like this, because like how I'm feeling, he feels too, but he just said he says everything for me.
Yeah. He's using his voice, and his voice is helping you.
Yeah.
And what I mean by voice, his words, his feelings, his emotions, and that's what he's doing. And the thing about it is, he's going to be okay.
Yeah.
I hope he gets his, other situations that he's got to deal with.
Yeah.
You know, that's what life is all about. And the thing about he's growing, and you have growth. If you don't have any growth and you still doing the same thing,
it's a problem.
It's a problem.
Big problem.
And then when someone points it out to you, you know, because that's what I'm seeing a lot of times with, and you know, I've been working with young men for years. It's first the resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nobody can tell me what to do. That's why I give young men things to think about. Just think about this, you know. Don't get so caught up in everything that you see on TV and everything what people say. You have a mind. Think about it.
Your mind is so powerful. Like your mind can take you to anywhere you want to go.
And the thing about it, sometimes anger comes out.
Yep.
But
then that's when you have to think.
That's when you have to think, because when you put all your emotions and angers, like some people can go to 100 in no time, then you're not thinking and you're reacting, and you have to learn to think. And that's what I've always instilled in young men. Think for yourself, not letting somebody do the thinking for you. Mm-hmm. Think for yourself. If you're in a situation and you see your boys get ready to do that or do something and you don't want to do it, don't just go along. You're like, hey man, I'm out, you know. But see, we don't do that. And then we have this thing about respect. Yes, everybody wants respect, but we have to think about it that you give respect and you earn respect. You don't have to be the toughest guy to be respectful. But that's what society has taught us. You know, you have to be down with it. You have to be this way. You have to be that. That's why the images are created on TV to hold us back. And we have to see beyond that.
And then, like, I do know a lot of people, they now how am I to put it? They now want to hold certain images that they never lived or that they never touched, and like I sit back and I just laugh because I'm like, yo, I can see through. I'm like, bro, come on now.
But see, you've been taught to think, and then too, I've always told you about you watch people.
Yeah.
You know, you should be able to pick out the person who's real, the person who BS's a lot, the person who's all mouth. You have to do that. Life is about lessons. Life is about thinking and using your own mind.
But also on top of that, I think in order to actually be able to notice stuff like that, you have to go through something, or you have to go through, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to always go through something, and then, like I said, that's just, in conclusion, to wrap it all up, that's just where my quote comes in. You don't take a L. You just learn. You learn from that so-called L and better yourself. And this whole entire song is basically, did everything.
And we have to learn to quit this self-destructive behavior. We have a lot of people just self-destructive. They got to be drinking all the time. They got to do all these things. Just be you, the real you.
But a lot of people do be scared because they be like, what if nobody likes me? But a lot of people, they don't have my mindset or young boy's mindset. I don't care about what nobody thinks about me, what they have to say. I'm gonna be me. And honestly, if you don't like me, you can go kick rocks and eat rocks. I don't care.
Well, that's something that I've taught you too.
Yeah, I got it from you because you really don't care what nobody says.
This is what you get. And even as I grow older, my passion is still young men. Because if our young men would really stand up, know who they are, know who they belong to, and I'm talking about from a spiritual level, can't nobody beat us.
And y'all, this is why I am forever grandma's baby, for sure. I love her to death. That's my twin. I'm grandma's baby forever. But yeah, this is a long video. We had a amazing talk at the end, and like I told you, you was going to talk. I'm telling you, because he said a lot. Hope y'all before I continue, you want to say anything else? Any message, anything like that? Or that's it?
I just want to say, young men, think for yourself. There's power. You have power. As we just heard, his songs, his growth, where he's going, his pleas to you. Just take your rightful place. Stop the killing and stop the slinging of drugs. Take your rightful place and be yourself.
Hope y'all did enjoy this reaction video. Please don't forget to leave a like, comment. If you're new to this channel, go and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to be you, be great, and continue on following your dreams. And you know, take over the world, man. Come on, I believe yours. It's yours. To all female, male. Take over the world, be great, be you. Thank y'all. I love y'all. Thank you for all of the support once again. It means a lot to me. It means the world to me. Thank y'all. I'm out. Peace.